Hey, warrior. It's late. The world is quiet, but your mind isn't. You're lying in bed, lights off, eyes open, and your thoughts are louder than ever. They replay old moments, rehearse conversations that might never happen, and predict disasters that may never come. You tell yourself you're just thinking, but really, your mind is sprinting laps in the dark. The ancient Stoics, thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, understood this nightly battle long before sleep science gave it a name. They believed that the last thoughts we feed our mind before drifting off don't vanish. They ferment. They become the foundation of tomorrow's emotions, focus, and peace. Tonight, we're going to change what you feed your mind. No empty affirmations, no forced positivity, just 5 Stoic principles, ancient, tested, and alive, that prepare you not just to sleep, but to transform while you do. So, take a breath. Let's begin. Number 1. Befriend the darkness. Most people treat the night as an enemy. When the world goes quiet, their thoughts rush in like uninvited guests. But the Stoics, they saw darkness differently. They saw it as a mirror, a sacred pause where the performance of the day finally ends and the real conversation with yourself begins. When all distractions fade, the messages, the noise, the scrolling, what's left is you, the raw, unfiltered you. And that meeting, it scares most people, because in silence, you can't hide behind busyness. So tonight, don't fight the quiet. Embrace it. 10 minutes before sleep, turn off every screen. Sit in dim light or total darkness. Place your hand over your heart and ask yourself, slowly, what did I do today that reflected the person I want to become? Where did I react instead of respond? What's one small thing I can improve tomorrow? No judgment, no guilt, just honesty, like a friend offering gentle truth. Because when you stop running from your thoughts, they stop chasing you. And that's when your mind finally becomes your ally instead of your enemy. The Stoics didn't meditate to escape life. They reflected to understand it. They knew the mind doesn't rest by force. It rests through understanding. Tonight, meet yourself in the darkness. You might be surprised by how kind the silence actually is. Number 2, the evening inventory, without self-punishment. Reflection is a sacred act. Rumination is self-torture. Most people confuse the two. They lie in bed replaying what went wrong, punishing themselves for being human. Seneca did something different. Each night, when the lamps dimmed and the house fell silent, he reviewed his day. Not like a judge, but like a gardener. He'd walk through the garden of his mind, noticing, this plant is thriving, that one needs pruning, this soil needs new seeds tomorrow. You can do the same. Before you sleep, close your eyes and replay your day, but gently. Ask yourself 3 questions. What am I genuinely proud of today? What moment didn't align with my values? What lesson can I carry into tomorrow? That's it. No punishment, no shame. When you review consciously, you take control of your inner narrative. Your brain no longer needs to run those scenes on repeat through the night. It feels heard, acknowledged, resolved. Think of it like closing mental tabs before shutting down the computer. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the spirit ought to be brought up for examination daily. But that examination wasn't cruel. It was maintenance, spiritual hygiene for the soul. So, before your head hits the pillow, whisper this. I review with grace. I learn. I rest. Let that be your final command to the mind tonight. 3. Release the imaginary audience. As you prepare for sleep, notice who's still in the room with you. Not physically, but mentally. your boss, your ex, your classmates, your social media followers, all sitting in your mind's theater, judging your performance. But here's the truth the Stoics saw clearly. That audience, it's fiction. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We love ourselves more than all men, but care more for their opinion than our own." Isn't that wild? We live to impress people who probably aren't even thinking about us, because they're too busy worrying about who's judging them. So tonight, as you lie there, identify one voice you keep hearing. That person whose imagined judgment keeps echoing. Picture them clearly. Now whisper, "You don't live here." Their opinion doesn't define you. Their imagined criticism is your own projection. Epictetus said that when someone insults you, they're revealing their own values, not your truth. If they call you lazy, it's because they worship busyness. If they call you arrogant, maybe they struggle with confidence themselves. Let their opinions stay where they belong, with them. Before sleep, declare, "I release everyone else's scorecards. I keep my own compass." You'll feel something lift, like exhaling a weight you didn't know you carried. That's your nervous system finally hearing the message, "We're safe now. We don't need to perform." And that's when rest begins. Number 4, separate your worth from productivity. Listen closely. This one might sting a little, because it's the poison our world drinks daily. There's a voice in your head that whispers, "You didn't do enough. You should have accomplished more. Everyone else is ahead." That voice is lying to you. You are not a machine built to produce. You are a living being built to exist, to feel, to connect. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man on earth, didn't measure his worth by victories or achievements. He measured it by whether he had lived in harmony with his values that day. He wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, remind yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. Not as a producer, not as a performer, as a human being." Your worth isn't something to be earned. It's the default setting of existence. So tonight, before you sleep, name 3 things that have nothing to do with productivity, but everything to do with humanity. Maybe you forgave someone. Maybe you laughed. Maybe you simply survived a hard day. Those are not small. Those are sacred. Your body doesn't care how many boxes you checked. It just needs rest to heal, repair, and prepare for tomorrow. So stop withholding sleep as punishment for not doing enough. You have done enough simply by being here. Place your hand on your chest and say it with me. I am valuable because I exist, not because of what I produce. My worth is inherent. I give myself permission to rest. Let that line echo. Feel how it softens the tension behind your eyes. That's your body remembering what peace feels like. Number 5, build a philosophy of enough. This is the final and hardest principle, because it goes against everything modern life teaches. We are raised to chase more. More money, more success, more recognition, more everything. But the Stoics believed in enough, not as giving up, but as finally arriving. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." If you don't define your enough, peace will always stay one step ahead. So tonight, define it. Not your dream scenario, your enough. How much do you truly need to live without anxiety? What kind of relationships feel sufficient? What kind of daily rhythm actually sustains you? Be honest, because once you name it, the endless chase begins to slow. When Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome, he could have demanded endless comfort. But his writings reveal a man who found joy in simplicity, a bed of straw, honest labor, a few trusted friends, time to think. He had access to everything, but needed very little. And that's the secret of enough. It's not about limiting your life. It's about freeing your soul. If you can imagine keeping exactly what you have right now, same house, same income, same people, and still be content, then you've already found the finish line. Epictetus put it perfectly. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. When you learn to want less, your sleep deepens, because your mind finally believes it's safe to rest. You're no longer running an endless race with no finish. So tonight, whisper this truth. I have enough. I am enough. And notice, for the first time, how silence feels generous. You've just walked through 5 Stoic principles, not theories but tools. They've carried emperors through war, slaves through suffering, and ordinary people through restless nights. Let's remind ourselves what they are. Befriend the darkness. Meet yourself in the quiet. Reflect without punishment. Turn rumination into gentle review. Release the imaginary audience. Free yourself from invisible judgment. Separate worth from productivity. Rest because you exist, not because you earned it. Build a philosophy of enough. Define your peace before the world defines it for you. These practices don't erase hardship. They make you strong enough to rest in the middle of it. So as your eyes grow heavy, remember, sleep isn't escape. It's integration. It's where wisdom seeps deeper than thought. Take one last deep breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel your body sink a little deeper into the bed. Let your mind soften around the edges. You've done your part for today. Now, let the night do its work. Whisper quietly, I sleep with Stoic wisdom, and I wake transformed. Narrator, barely above a whisper. Good night, warrior. You are enough. And this moment is enough.